The world of sports broadcasting was recently shaken by a massive deal that left one major player feeling let down. Netflix, the streaming giant, was reportedly disappointed after missing out on the UFC broadcast rights, despite being incredibly close to sealing the deal. But here's where it gets controversial. Was Netflix's reluctance to commit to the entire UFC package a strategic misstep or a smart move to avoid overcommitting? Let's dive into the details and uncover the story behind this high-stakes negotiation. In a surprising turn of events, the UFC secured a groundbreaking 7-year, $7.7 billion deal with Paramount, set to begin in 2026. This move marks a significant shift from their previous partnership with ESPN. However, Paramount, led by David Ellison, wasn't initially the front-runner for the mixed martial arts promotion's biggest events. And this is the part most people miss. Before Paramount stepped in, TKO Group Holdings, the parent company of the UFC, was deep in negotiations with Netflix, following their $5 billion, 10-year deal for WWE's Monday Night Raw in 2025. TKO's president and COO, Mark Shapiro, revealed that Netflix's interest was primarily in the UFC's premium events, those pay-per-view spectacles that draw massive audiences. But there's a catch. Netflix wasn't keen on the 30-plus UFC Fight Night events held annually. This selective approach became the deal-breaker. They didn't want the volume, Shapiro explained on the Town podcast. They only wanted the premium, the numbered events, the pay-per-view dates every month. TKO CEO Ari Emanuel described the talks with Netflix as very close to a done deal, but the two sides ultimately couldn't bridge the gap. The core issue? Whether the UFC's broadcast rights would remain with a single partner or be split among multiple networks. Here's the controversial question. Is the UFC's decision to stick with one broadcaster a wise move? Or does it limit their reach in an increasingly fragmented media landscape? Emanuel drew a parallel to the NBA, which recently signed a $75 billion broadcast deal, splitting games between ESPN, Disney, Amazon, and NBC. We would have had to do what the NBA did and break up the package, Emanuel noted. Mark and I were discussing, or, let's be honest, fighting about that the whole time. The UFC has traditionally stuck with one broadcast partner, moving from Spike TV to Fox, then ESPN, and now Paramount. The biggest change this time? Paramount plans to ditch the traditional pay-per-view model, airing all UFC events, including the marquee numbered cards, at no extra cost to subscribers. This shift raises another question. Will this model redefine how fans consume combat sports, or will it dilute the exclusivity of premium events? Netflix's exclusion from the deal wasn't due to a lack of interest, but their unwillingness to commit to the full package. They were disappointed, Emanuel admitted. Bella Bajaria and Ted Sarandos have been incredible partners with us on boxing, but Paramount's vision of combining studio, streaming, and live sports sealed the deal. Shapiro initially hoped Paramount might take the Fight Night events, allowing Netflix to focus on the premium content. However, Paramount wanted the whole package. CBS ultimately said, "Forget it. We want the whole thing," Shapiro recalled. And it paid off. The UFC more than doubled their previous ESPN deal. So, what's next? As the UFC prepares for its 2026 transition to Paramount, the future of sports broadcasting remains uncertain. Is the single-partner model the way forward, or will fragmentation become the norm? And was Netflix right to walk away, or did they miss a golden opportunity? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. This debate is far from over.